All right, there's that one. Let's try this one out. Drive. All right, guys, we are out at Sippo Lake today, and we are mainly going to be targeting catfish because it's pretty cloudy. Um, and then we also are testing out a different camera option for TikTok. So give me 1 second to get this all set up. All right, we're just getting set up, guys. We're gonna be getting out here in a minute. We're testing out some new stuff on TikTok that was suggested to us. Um, it is a little cloudy. It is a little windy, but that's part of why we're out here at Sippo instead of trying any of the other places. What up, Dwayne? So we're gonna get moving, and grooving, and all that good stuff. Even though it's cloudy, the glare is still pretty bad, so we're still going with the sunglasses. Wow, it's windy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to paddling or not. Let's see. No, kind of. It's similar to the Tamarack. So this is the Tioga, is actually what it's called, which is the Tractor Supply version of the Tioga or the Tamarack. It does not have the back hatch. Is the main difference. Same colors, same front hatch, same dimensions, same manufacturer, all that good stuff. It's doesn't have the back hatch. We're gonna try to get moved up here real fast, and then we will see what we can. It is very windy, more windy than I anticipated. Once we get moving, we'll be moving. So the goal is we're shooting for perch and catfish because that's typically what we get out here anyway. We know where there are carp, so they're not the goal. We also know where the bass are. It's just that they're a little harder to get, so we're not going to mess with them too much. We don't have a ton of time today. Does it seem tippy? It's not too bad. I've gotten used to it. If you're not used to kayaks, it can be kind of tippy at first, but I mean, I have yet to tip in it. Even the day that we had to get out and push because it was the water was too low out on the Tusk River back last Friday. We had to get out and push and pull, and even then, getting in and out of it wasn't too bad. The closest we've come to tipping, I think, was when we were trying to reel in a decent sized catfish. We got tipped. We were getting pulled and thrashed around a lot, so that was really all it was that caused that. Also, just in order to try out this new idea of a camera option, I had to remove the front rod holder. So that's also going to potentially make things a little bit more complicated today than it normally is. Those of you on YouTube, Twitch, all that, you have no idea what I'm talking about because I don't have that camera option with you. But those of you on TikTok probably see a little bit of a different view than normal. Unfortunately, the only way to get it to work was where you guys would have just been looking at the you have only been looking at the rod holder and nothing else. So we didn't want to do that, obviously. Yeah, I know a lot of people have bought stabilizers. I personally, I already have a hard time getting it into the truck. I don't need to add extra pieces to it. So that's why I haven't messed with it really. All right, we gotta move because we're about to crash into the boat. I said the wind is super strong today. We had storms last night. Oop, we got a bite. We already got one on. Although I just got my line stuck in my bag. Right. I'm missing my front rod holder now. There we go. All right. Hopefully it's still on. Nope. There we go. We definitely had a big tug there though. See if we can't get it to come back while I paddle us out of here. So let me know what you guys think as far as the camera over here on TikTok, if you guys like it better or not. If you do, I'll figure out some adjustments to make to be able to still do what I need to do and have better coverage with the rod holder and things. But we had a big bite, let's see if it comes back. We're definitely getting bites. It's a matter of them holding on. Another big bite. Let's see. Hey, what up, Gio? Counting the corner. Back five. Go down the side. Moving a little further out than I wanted. So we'll just try this first and see if we can't drag something our way. Oops, something just jumped right where we were at. That's probably the fish we've been fighting. See if he comes back. Now we're floating away, so we got movement without me having to do much. Yeah, we're floating too far. I'm gonna have to readjust. I'm missing this front rod holder. Hopefully you guys are. Hopefully it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it or not. We'll take a vote if we like this view or not. Because if not, I'm putting my rod holder back on. So we have already done an episode recording today for the regular Misfits podcast with Joe Day of KFM Broadcasting, which is one of our media networks that we are a part of. And now we're out here for a little bit. Hey, we got a flash goal. Let's see what we got. All right, we need 3 different people to send the heart maze. So let's see if we can do that. We got about 15 minutes, it says. See if I can get a fish in that 15 minutes. I forgot to oil this thing. I don't know why it sounds so nasty anymore. And it wasn't like this the first couple of times we used it, but now it is. We should be in a position where we're safe floating at the moment, at least for a little bit. Hey, thanks for the heart me. That's one. We need two more. See if we can't get somebody here. We know they're biting, which is good because over here it's hard to know if they're going to be biting on any particular day. As cloudy as it is, I figured the cat and the perch probably would be hungry. But you never know. Any luck yet? No, not yet. We've only been out here for about 50, maybe. Yeah, there's a big bite. We've getting a lot of bites. And we just had another big one. So I'm going to drop this right back where it's at, see if we get another tug or two. Oh, getting a few more. Hey, thanks for the gift, Brett. Sorry, I was just about lost you. We are floating back to, oops, that was a little rough. That's right. We're floating back towards the boat, so I may have to pedal again here in a sec. See if we can't attract anybody first. We're going to be out until about 2:30 Eastern time. We should hit up about 3 different spots. This is just the first spot that we're hitting. This is where, over by where we normally are at on land when we're over here at Sippo. And then we're going to go hit up the other side of the dock. Oop. We had a bite. I don't know if he stayed on. No, he didn't. Oh, we pulled the worm off. We lost our first worm. All right, so we're going to quickly put a worm on, and then we're going to move to the next location. We are not doing the full lake. This lake is huge. Well, actually, it's not huge compared to like where we were yesterday, but it's big. Too big for me to be able to circle this in this wind in 2 hours. So we're gonna just focus closer to the shoreline, and all of that. So we're about to bump into the boat over here, but that's okay. I'm gonna push off of it actually. And I'm actually gonna just drop the line right here by the boat for a minute before we leave. See if we don't get anybody to want to play. Sweet. Back up a little bit. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna see real fast if anything bites while we're sitting here. Tug, slight tug. No, nothing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna troll this thing a little bit behind us as we go. We have not trolled with this rod before, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but we're gonna try it today. and we're gonna move ourselves away from these boats. We're gonna move ourselves over to the other side of the dock where we have been. We're pretty sure that's where all the channel cats move. Channel cats used to all sit right here, but we think they all have moved to the other side now. We pulled in a couple there. Hey, Geo, what are you talking about? Pull it. Don't know what you're talking about. Luckily, the plan is we're gonna go as far into the wind as we can this direction, and then let it take us back floating, and then hopefully it's gonna float us back over to the other section we want to go, which is where we caught that. It was like a 3.5, 4 pound cat a few weeks ago. So. Not sure if we got something in the back or not. We're gonna move forward a little bit to see. Ooh, that was a tug. Let's see. We might have somebody on here. I don't know if we'll get another tug or not. Nope, nothing. All right, we're gonna throw towards the dock because nobody is here. Normally, I would not do this, but literally, there's nobody else out here. Yesterday was beautiful. Today, not so much. So a lot of people are not out today. Tomorrow is the first day of school around here for most schools, also. So there's also that. A lot of the kids are no longer out here like they normally are when we've been out. We got bite. I don't know why it's suddenly like sounds so rusty. I think it's the line. The line may be getting brittle. We've used it quite a bit since we got it. Oh, fish just jumped out in front of us. Oh, I have no rod holder. What am I doing? I went to set it up there and can't. This is gonna throw me off most of today, guys. Let's keep moving. See if we don't crack something as we go by. Looks like there's a dead fish floating right here. Yep. Oh, it got gutted. Somebody gutted him. Oh man, it's a decent sized white perch. Looks like maybe a bass. Yeah. It is good to have the place to yourself, unless, of course, I actually need somebody. There's a couple other kayakers out here. Just nobody over here by the dock, really. There's a guy with his dog, but he's not fishing, so. Keep on moving. as we go past the dock. Water level is down in the lake too. Those of you that can see the dock, you can see how low the water is where it normally is. So we're working our way. There are definitely some fish under the dock because there's a lot of bubbles, but I'm afraid of losing my line going under there. So maybe I can just attract it as I go by. See. So Gio, what did you think of this morning's conversation? The blog I just finished right before I came out, so it should be out here this evening at some point. I'll probably post it before dinner. Nice. Yeah, we originally the plan was we were going to do a completely different type of episode today, where we were going to record on another Is It Pagan episode where we heard a guy claiming that soccer was satanic and pagan. And so we were going to cover that and then a couple other things related to that. But then when all of the media posts started up about the comments made by President, we shifted pretty quick. Like, this is a much better conversation to have, more important conversation to have related to salvation and heaven and all of that. Still working our way over. We're going to try to get, those of you on TikTok that can see, we're trying to get to the edge of these pads, and then we're just going to float for a while. The wind is what's strong today. Yesterday, the current was strong. Last week, the current was strong when we were out on the river. Today, it's the wind for sure. Just forcing, we're about to go into the pads instead of past them. Duck flying out of here. And a plane. That's not the rods. Oh, it landed in the pads. All right, we'll see though. I may be able to get out of there without it get tangled up. We'll see. It's trying to shoot right out in front of the pad, and it said it went right into it. See if we go this way, if we can get it out without causing too much trouble. But it looks like it's already caused trouble. We're tangled up. Hopefully the bugs aren't in here, because that's always my issue with these pads, is these bugs that just jump out at you. Got it out. We just lost the worm. Although now we're stuck up here. We just gotta scoot up a little bit. Here come the bugs. These are the most annoying things. All right, let's get out of these, and then I'll put another worm on after we get out of these with as few bugs as possible. All right, we're out of there. It's actually a little bit calmer right in here. We're gonna get turned around in a minute. Let's get another worm out. Yeah, originally I planned on coming out with shrimp today, but I got home from the stream yesterday and saw a news report that the shrimp that I had bought for using for bait was being recalled, which isn't a big issue because I'm not eating it until I saw that it was being recalled due to potentially having radioactive properties. And we really didn't want that in the fridge with the other food, so we threw it all out. So I'm now back to just having the night crawlers for today. Yeah, it was a big surprise. I didn't know that shrimp could carry radioactive properties, but apparently the plant that it was processed in had transferred radioactive properties to it. Didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. Did they? I don't know. I wonder. I should have checked. Maybe they would do glow in the dark. Who knows? I threw it out before it got dark because I didn't want it sitting in our fridge any longer. All right. I know there are cats in here because I'm watching the bubbles and everything like that. So we'll see if we can't get a tug or two here. Let's throw a little further up because I just saw. It's a lot of movement up ahead of me. Like a lot of movement. So let that sit for a minute. I just jumped over here. Stuff jumping all over the place over here. Something right here by me bubbling. That's it. Yesterday, the nice thing was we could literally see under the water, so we knew exactly what was going on. Here, it's so dark and murky, very hard to know what we're seeing and all that. We just kind of know generally where everybody sits. Not where I wanted to go. There's something moving a lot right in front of me, and it's right on the edge of the path. So there we go. That was perfect spot. Not in the pad, so we're not going to get stuck, but right by them. Now everything that was over there by is all jumping. Rotate a little bit here. Hey, thanks for the follow, Lenny. We'll see if we get anything over here or not. Yeah, it's definitely not the greatest day out here, but it's not bad. Goodness, this rod just sounds so bad. Sounds rusted. I'll throw back out, and then we're gonna move forward a little bit out of all these pads so that we don't get any more bugs. A lot of bugs out here. Getting attacked by the line also. little tangled up here. There it is. Hey, Alex, what up? Thanks for the gifts, man. Let's run back into the pads. Scoot up a little bit. Not getting much over here. We may need to go back where we were. Way out on the walking path behind me, apparently. All right, let's get turned around before we go into the next set of pads. How many fish? Nothing yet. Um, we've had quite a few bites. We are kind of just moving our way around the lake today, seeing if we can't get anything. Expecting to get probably a cat or a perch, one of the two, at some point here. We're right now currently we're over where I was told all the channel cats had moved to. We got some bites. So far, I've yet to have confirmation that they're actually over here. There's something over here because we see stuff jumping, but yeah, we did find a dead white perch also while we were out here. Looked like he had gotten caught, gutted type of thing, snagged, whatever you call it. Yeah. And it's very windy, so we're letting the wind take us a little bit. We're going to be going from here. We're going to go past the spot that we normally are at when we're doing it from the bank here at Sippo. We're going to be going past it here in a little bit and then over to where we caught that 3-pound blue cat a few weeks back towards the beginning of the month. And then we will eventually be back over in the spot that we normally are at with the bank fishing regardless. We're going to be ending over there most likely. Pretty close to the boat ramp, all that. We're going to be out here for another hour and 45 minutes maybe. Depending on if I have enough bait. I am not using any lures at the moment. So most of my catches have come off of live bait. So I typically use night crawlers and shrimp. Um, I have a bunch of lures. It's just that I'm not very good with them. So if I run out of bait, I'll probably switch over to using either some chatterbaits, or I will probably be using the using some Ned rigged and Texas rigged of the Bubbaville custom lures. So probably the craw, or actually I'll probably use the Bubba stick today, most likely, if I run out of bait. So seeing if we get anybody here. Looks like we got some people fishing the bank now. When we started, what, half hour ago, there was literally nobody over here. I had this entire section to myself. Now we got some people here, which is all right. So I have found that I just for whatever reason, just it's not that I don't know how to fish them, because I know how to fish the lures and all of that. It's just I don't know if it's just that I don't know proper spotting techniques for them. But then with live, or earthworms and shrimp, I can pull stuff in most of the time. So talking with some other professional anglers I know, they told me that there are just some people that can fish with live and some people that can fish with artificial. And most of the time, the people that can catch stuff with artificials can't catch stuff with live bait. So I apparently am just one of those that can do live bait better. About to float back into the fishing pier. Probably actually could slide underneath. But I really don't want to risk not being able to finish going through. The water level is low enough I probably could finish if I wanted to. Oop, bite. See if it comes back. This side of the pier is weird. I see a lot of people catch stuff on this side of the pier. I have never been able to catch anything on this side of the pier. Talking like from the pier. Oh, something just jumped right in front of me. See if we can't. We are about to hit the pier, so we're going to rearrange real fast here. Switch out. In order for me to get those either new, in order for me to get this view, we had to make some last minute changes. So on TikTok they have a dual camera setting, and so we are streaming both forward and backward. The problem is that in order for me to get that, I had to take out my front um, paddle holder, or not paddle holder, rod holder, and so I'm having to quickly readjust to how I'm doing everything here, because normally I would just be setting the rod holder up front and then we'd be paddling most of the time and, no issues whatsoever. A little harder to do that without the rod holder in the front. So we are instead making adjustments as we go. Yeah, it's very cool for this time of year. It's probably, I think it's in the 80s, but it's not really in the 80s. It's probably closer to the 70s. Super cloudy. We had rain last night. So that's why I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get some cats that are hungry and some perch that are hungry. And I'm not even going to worry about the carps or the bass that are out here. Stay on the hook. There it goes. Something just jumped underneath the pier here. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here before we crash. Because we're about to. We're going to go to the other side and see about getting some bites as we float by it. And then we're going to be going over to the other side where the other lily pads are and seeing if we can't find our friend over there that we caught a few weeks ago that's much, much bigger than the ones that we get over here anyway. Hey, thanks for the hearts. We are. How long do you fish? It just depends on the day. So, like yesterday, I had openings with babysitting and everything that allowed me to be out most of the day. And then it was also, I had to get a few specific recordings done out here for one of the agencies I work for. So I was out for about 6 hours yesterday. Today, I am only going to be out here for about 2 hours because my daughter's first day of school is tomorrow, and so I have a parents' meeting I have to get to um, on time. So it just depends on the day. So I'll be out here for probably another hour and 45 minutes maybe today. Make sure I don't get in this kid's line here. Starting to float back into the main area. Got bites. Big bites. Come on, more big one. There we go. I think he's on. See, maybe not. Felt like we had him, but maybe we don't. Thanks, Gio. No, maybe he is on. Maybe it's just a little guy instead of he's not fighting hard. Nope. Got a good bit of the worm off. Didn't get it all the way. Didn't get on the hook. All right, let's try this again. See if we can get him again. Is my job fishing? So kind of, but not really. So we run a show. Obviously, that's what this is. Where we've got a few sponsor deals and things like that. And then I work for a couple media companies where I do this as part of my job for them with content creation and things like that. And then, like I said, we've got a few sponsors. So, like this rod here is a Daiwa D-Shock we got through Sponsor Buzz. They helped us get that, and so we've made some content for Daiwa in exchange for the rod. The gifts from here help with financing some of the equipment we use. We also run other shows. So like I have another podcast we just finished recording for it right before coming out here. That's a theology podcast. So we got other stuff we do also beyond just the fishing. So it just depends. I do some other media work, things like that beyond just the fishing. So I am a pastor by trade. And then resource development and content creation is part of what I do with that as well. Oh, perfect shot, right where I wanted it. We're gonna move that for a sec. Backwards. The wind is picked up, and so it's blowing us a little faster than we wanted it to. We need to back up and get a little deeper. Ouch. Yeah, media work meaning So I do website design, social media content creation for a couple other people. I do social media marketing, all that kind of stuff. There's some like and then so the two networks that I also am a part of, I'm technically one of the directors for both of them. Uh, so KFM Broadcasting, uh, which is where Kingdom on the Road, which is our Friday stream. Uh, that one, I am one of the founding directors of. Me and two other pastors founded that one. And then I do all of the marketing for them and all the website design and social media for them. And then the other network, Overwhelming Victory Radio, I started back in 2020. And that is one that is more for sports ministry resourcing. So I provide a lot of the recreation ministry content for them. And then I also built their website and do their social media stuff also. It's just there's not as much for them as I do the other stuff. That's I'm actually live. You are watching on TikTok, but I'm currently live on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch also for those channels. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Got some bites again. This is definitely, I would say, probably the most fun recording out of all the ones that I do. But we do a lot of different broadcasting and video work throughout the week. Like I said, we just finished an episode this morning with Joe Day of KFM Broadcasting. He and I were talking about salvation and how the church is supposed to be talking about it in light of comments that were made coming out of the White House. We're looking at, what the reality is of all of that compared to what the culture says about all of that, as far as what that means and what the words mean and all that. Yeah, you sent me some of your stuff, if I remember right. So eventually I'll probably end up looking at it once I am more set for that kind of thing. But we're coming into colder months here in Ohio, so I don't know what that means in terms of my fishing availability and all of that here soon. Which, speaking of, those of you on TikTok can't see it. Those of you on YouTube and Facebook, Twitch can. We do have on our website now, there is a page for you to be able to go and see what equipment it is that we're using on the streams, and be able to purchase it there. Purchases from there, for the most part, we get a little bit of a cut, not a big cut, but a little bit to help with paying some of the stuff, paying to do some of the stuff, allowing us to get more gear, things like that. Felt like I had something on. I'm not sure. Nope, nothing. I really have got to. I probably need to just change out the line or cut some of the line off of this because it's getting really sounds like almost rust on it. Technically, where we're floating right now is where it's supposed to be a no fishing zone, but they already have waved me on saying that I'm good. I'm out far enough and I'm drifting. It's not like I am like planning myself out here. Try behind us for a little bit. Hey, Jeff, what up? What up? What up? Hey, thanks for that. Um, it's biting. We haven't pulled anything in yet. We're out at Sippo Lake here in Perry Township. Um, we are kind of just out floating. Um, we're getting a lot of bites. It's just we have not gotten anything on the hook yet. Um, we figured that with the cloudiness and the windiness and everything, that our best bet was to shoot for. We're gonna shoot for the cats and the perch out here. Like I said, we've gotten bites, just nothing. We almost hooked one. We did find one dead white bird also early on in the stream. But we're gonna be out for another hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, somewhere in there. Ooh, we had some bites. Apparently, that was bites that we felt. I wasn't sure, but half the worm is missing. So we'll see what we can do. We're slowly floating towards where we caught a bigger catfish a few weeks ago. So we're gonna check that out, see if that spot's still where they're sitting or not. But I need to move ourselves north or up a little bit. We're about to get blown back into the weeds. Don't want that. Yesterday we were out at Nimbusilla Reservoir. We were out there for almost 6 hours yesterday. And we pulled in one bluegill, decent size. We just missed a 8-pound cat. The water was so clear we watched it happen. We hooked it, and as I went to reel it in, it somehow popped the hook out of the it popped it out of the knot. Like the knot was still tied when we pulled it in. It didn't break the line. The knot was still tied, but it somehow got the hook out of the knot. So I don't know if there was like a little gap at the end of the eyelet on the hook and it just managed to somehow get it out, or if there was a flaw in the hook or a flaw in the line or what. But it was pretty unreal. And it was very disappointing. Like I said, it was a massive cat. We also had one largemouth that we were watching it take the bait, and as we were setting the hook, it opened its mouth and it popped it right back out twice. And then what was the other thing we did? I don't even remember the other. Oh, and then we saw, because of how clear it was, we saw a ton of big, at least 3-pound, maybe 5-pound bass, largemouths, but they were not. It was almost impossible to get to them, but we could see them. But they were very difficult to get to because they were swimming away from us, and it was just so grassy there that we couldn't even really. I think my line may break here. It's sounding so bad. Yeah, so that was yesterday. But we're back today, out here for a little bit before I gotta go to my daughter's school meeting. Oh, got a bite. I don't know that it took it, but we got a bite at least. Nope. Took the worm off though. So we'll put another worm on, and then we'll keep working our way around. I said, Alex, if we run out of bait, then you'll get to see me attempt to do artificials. Like I said, I know how to fish them. It's just I don't do as well with them. And when I'm out here for content purposes, it's more fun to get fish in than it is to just sit here and watch me struggle with artificial bait for an hour and a half. We were using more artificial earlier on in the summer because we were a part of a tournament, bass tournament, but we skunked out of the tournament. It was the only bass we caught on the trailers that we had that were live, so they didn't count. Get out of these weeds real fast. We're gonna position ourselves a little bit better here. We're gonna move ourselves up to here, and then we're gonna get ourselves turned around in a minute, and we're gonna see if we can interest whatever that was playing earlier, and then we should float right into position where we want to go after that. So hey, thanks for the gifts. It's not too bad. We're getting a good amount of bites, just nothing that we've been able to land yet. So it's starting to actually lighten up a little bit. It's super windy, very, very cloudy today. So we're shooting for more so of the cats, and the perch that are out here. Hey, what up, man? Yeah, we were just saying it's not too bad. It's a decent day. Yesterday was a beautiful day, and not much in the way of bites. Today we've had more bites than we had all day yesterday. Yesterday we saw more fish because the water was like perfectly clear, but we only were able to get one little bluegill in yesterday. Today we're shooting for catfish or perch, or I mean, really whatever will bite is what we're going for. In this lake here, we have caught quite a few cats, both channel and blue. We've caught a really good sized carp just on the other side over here, which I don't know if we got time. We may go over there because we're kind of floating that way anyway. And then a lot of channel cats, a lot of sunfish, and a lot of perch. What type of habitat? So typically, I find them normally undercover. So yesterday's was at a boat dock. Otherwise, it just depends. A lot of grass area, a lot of mud area. So, like when we're at the Walborn Reservoir, which is not here, but another place that another place that we go quite a bit for live streaming. There's a little island where they sit, and so I mean, we've pulled 10 in within an hour over there before. Around here, they normally sit either over by the fishing pier, or they sit in these, in the lily pads around here. Either one. The blue cat we caught was sitting in the lily pads. Actually, there's somebody else fishing kind of over there, but I think I might be able to get us a different spot where we found that big carp last time. We've got a little bit of time. We should be able to get over there and have time to do it. So, if I seem a little bit frazzled, it's because my boat is not how it normally is. So normally, right in front of this camera, you guys over here on TikTok, I have a front rock holder that sits in the starport. But I was asked by a couple of different people to try to do this dual camera so you guys can see the water and everything also. But to do that, I had to take the starport out. So I am having to figure out how to do this with no rod holder in the front, because normally I just troll something in the front while I'm paddling and everything, but I can't do that. I often troll in the back also, but I can't do it with the current rod that I have. It's the one that is made for the front. So we're gonna go past this guy that's fishing over here. And we're gonna go into a different little section. See if we can't get something. Thanks, man. That's it. I don't know if you're following or not. Be sure to follow along. We're out at least once a week. Oftentimes 2 to 3 times a week. That may be changing. My daughter goes back to school tomorrow, so my schedule changes tomorrow. But we'll still be out on Fridays for sure, and probably at least one other day a week. From the kayak specifically. But that's cool. That guy on his kayak has a swivel seat. I didn't know that was a thing for kayaks. But apparently it is. I'm going to go see over here if we can't land anything out of the little alcove over there. And then if not, we'll start heading back towards where the bigger cats are. And then we'll probably end still where we normally do, which is over by where the pier is, where we know the perch are at least. I'd be shocked if we don't end with at least one fish today. Again, if you go check out our website, mastermisfits.com, under resources, there is a link that'll take you to where you can find all of the outdoor equipment we use. We don't have the kayak up yet because I'm looking to see the best place to put a link for it. But the main rods we use are on there. Any of the baits that we have are on there. Most of the bait we use, like I said, is artificial or is not artificial. And so we just pick it up at Walmart or at the marina. But we do have a few favorite artificials that we use occasionally. Something that just dove, but I think that was a duck. I'm pretty sure that was a duck. Because that thing was massive. And it looked like it had wings. I'm pretty sure that was just a duck diving over there. So let's see if we are almost over here where we are going. I don't know why we're suddenly getting an unstable connection. You always have a stable connection. We're almost there. It's actually a little bit clearer over here than it's been, probably because the water level's down. All right, let's see if we can't find anybody over here. Big tugs. All right, we got something on. Oh, it threw it. Whatever it was threw it. Yeah, it's super shallow over here compared to what it normally is. They're just stuck on something. All right, we need to turn real fast. There's something right here, actually. We gotta adjust ourselves because we are about to go into the lily pads over here. We're gonna go ahead and pass that and see. Get something else. Bunch of tadpoles over here. There's a tug. Get all those bugs on us again if we don't move here. Ooh, that was a big one. We're getting bites, just nothing that's latching in. Slowly getting blown out from here. Don't trip me. How many bait? Oh, that's part of it. We do have bait. It's not a lot. And it's a little harder to see. I think we may swing. Ooh, there's something in front of me that I'm kind of. Swimming away, whatever it is. Some of the other direction. Yeah, we're gonna get stuck on that. Back. Ooh, I guess all this All the bugs, all the bugs, all the bugs. Let's get out of here. We're about to get stuck on some. And we are. We're stuck. All right. Woo! Came out. I would be shocked if we still have a worm. Oh, we do have a worm on there still. Okay. I'm just jumping. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of stuff jumping right in front of me at the front of the channel. Stuff jumping around me, all around me now. I just threw it right into the middle of the weeds instead of where I wanted to. And now we're stuck right next to us. All right, let's get out of these bugs. The wind just keeps pulling us right into them. It's like pointing me the exact opposite direction of where I need to be. We're gonna head start moving out from here, I think. This is mainly just causing us issues more than anything. It's not really helping us at all. There you go. All right, let's get out of here before all these bugs start jumping on. We've got a few jump on, it's not all of them at least. Hey, thanks for the follow, Joe. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start heading back over to where the other catfish we know of are. And see if we can't land something over there. Over here, we just were like, we've got a little bit of time. Let's go see. Let's go across. Almost there. So now we're going back into the wind. We're gonna go ahead and just toss this out just in case, because we may get something that's swimming by, but we're not quite there yet. Did it again. I almost tried to put it in a rock holder that's not there. There's some movement right in here. A lot of bubbles for this area. All around. We'll see. Maybe we'll get some latch on over here. There's an eagle right there. I don't know if you can see it or not flying over me. But there's some bald eagles that they've got over here in Sippo, just like over at Walborn, which is one of the other lakes we do a lot. They've got some bald eagles over there. And then I believe where we were at yesterday, Nimsilla, they may have some as well. I know they've got some kind of like predatory bird that's protected there. Just checking right here. There's a lot of bubbles right here by where the entryway is to where we're actually gonna try to go. We're moving much faster than I want to. quite sure if we're getting action or not here. It's hard to tell. We've drifted quite a ways from where we were initially wanting to be. Backtracking a little bit. All right, we're gonna need to keep moving forward though, because we're drifting too far. Way too far. So right here where these bubbles are acting fast. Turn around and get into actual position here where we're wanting to go. So right around here is where we caught the catfish last time. We're gonna go over into a little hole over here. See if we can get some. There's a lot of bubbles still over here. But hopefully we can get something. We may need to throw a bigger worm on it. Oh, there he is. There's a crane right by us. Ooh, someone's chasing that. We can do a couple more over here. And then we're going to keep moving back towards where we are going to end. It's kind of where we began, actually. There's something right here, though. I can't entice it. Couple more. Oh, we got one. We've got something. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. Oh, don't break the line. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come back. Oh, come on. Let's get up a little closer. We gotta get out of these. There he is. Another cat. Let's see if I can't get him in the net, though. There he is. Woo! Got him in the net. Big guy. Probably the same one we got last time. Give him some slack on the line here. All right. We got him in the net. There he is. So we're going to switch the camera over here. Woo! Yeah, fine. Set him in the water a minute while I get the glove on. So he doesn't stab me. Try and get the hook out real quick. Ouch. Stop it. I'm working on it, dude. The more you fight, the harder this is. All right, there we go. All right. I'm going to set him in the water for a sec while I get the scale going. That way he can get some, catch his breath. There we go. There he is. Oh, we got away. That's all right. We got it good enough. That's all right. We got one. We're on the board. We got a decent sized catfish right there. He was probably a good 2 pounds. So let's see. Oh, I lost my sticker, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So that was about what, an hour and 45 minutes is what I'm gonna need to look for. We are on the board, everybody. We are on the board. We got ourselves a decent sized cat. I've yet to get this guy on a scale because he keeps being able to wiggle away before I'm ready. We got him. It's weird. That one actually, I think, may have been a channel, a very, very large channel. Um, the coloring was a little bit different than the last one we caught. All right, we're gonna throw one more over here, and then we're gonna keep moving out a little bit more. One second, guys. I need to check this real fast. Don't know what that was about. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move out of here and start heading towards some of these other areas. So we have about what, 40, about 45 more minutes. Gonna be out. See if we can't get another fish or two. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of bubbles right here. Wind's taking me again. Getting bites. Small ones. All right, we're gonna move back over to where we wanted to be in the first place. All right, let's keep moving here. I'm gonna throw one more out. Leave it there. And then get ourselves out of all this nonsense over here again as we keep working our way back where we need to be. We have about 40-ish minutes, 30 minutes, somewhere in there till we need to be packed up. We're on the board now. We've got a catfish, good size, probably 2 pounds at least, maybe 3. He got away as I was getting the scale out, but we may get some action on the back here. We're going through quite a bit of bubbles. Hey, Dave, what up? What up? What up? Let's keep moving. So we're gonna go try to get ourselves positioned where the perch are. Oh, I lost my worm. All right, let's scoot up. We'll put a new worm on. Get in position here, and then we'll put on a new worm to finish out our day here. We're actually going to try to get in position over here first. So got a decent amount of worms to go. Oh, we'll do what we can. There was something over here that was playing with our bait earlier. So we'll see if it's still here as we get ready to move back where we're trying to actually go. Oh, that landed right in the weeds. All right, we gotta go get it. I went about 2 feet too far on that. Let's get in there. Come on. And the bugs are back. We're back. We got it. All right, let's just head over to the perch and forget about this mess over here. We're going to go back over where the perch are at. Potentially some channel cats, but we know the perch are over there. So we're going to go over there. We've got a big cat on the board already, so we're okay with that. Head on over. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit. So next time for sure that we will be online here on TikTok will probably be maybe Friday. We'll have to see. We will for sure be live on the other channels for Kingdom on the Road on Friday. We'll see about the others. Oh my gosh, there's huge bubbles right here. Right here. Oh, let's go in the wrong direction though. Okay, turn around. Swimming this one, whatever it is. See if we can't chase it down with what we're dragging here. The water was super cold when we got here, but it's starting to feel warm. So we got a lot more people out here on the pier than when we were out here last time. So we just got to watch what we're doing. Got some tugs here. Starting to drift back again. Had some bites, but it didn't latch on. Another bite. Almost took the worm off. We may put a new worm on just for the benefit of what we did with time. It is probably put another worm on. But we gotta paddle back where we need to be. So we're getting too far away now. Yeah, we definitely got enough worms. We're gonna double up. By the time we get this hooked on, we're gonna need to turn back around again. So let that sit though. Water is just so low. Like if you look on the shore, there are things that are normally actually I probably could go find quite a few lures and stuff right now. I went out there. We got about 20 minutes or so before we need to turn in. So let's keep hitting it for now. Bite. Oh, we got one maybe. Well, we had one. I think it may have let go. We definitely had one. I don't know if it's still on. Hard to tell. Now they're all jumping over here in front of me. Had one. He let go. Said now they're all jumping though in front of me. So let's see if we can't get one to come in. They're all just jumping now. It's like they're mocking me. Oh, we lost our worm. Okay, we need to get rid of him here. We've only got a few more minutes, so let's see how many we got. 1, 2. We got 4 worms left. Go ahead and see if we can't get something. We got time for one more big pass before we gotta get in the car. Get out of here. Alright, we got a massive mega worm on. Using up the bait we got. We got 2 worms on the hook right now. And then we got 2 more worms to put on after that. So let's get over there where we need to be. And then see if we can't hook something. So we got about 15 more minutes before we gotta get packing up to get out of here. This will be our last pass. Oh, well, okay. So the worms just came off. So we're gonna need to put the other 2 on. Well, we're definitely using them up now. As the mega worm flew off as we went to do it. So we're gonna throw these 2 on real quickly. And see if we can get something on here. It's starting to rain a little bit. That fish just hit the boat. There was a fish right in front of me that just literally hit the boat as it jumped. We might have one on. Can't tell. There, we're just dragging real bad. Yeah, we're just dragging real bad. We're about to hit a boat. We are gonna be hopping out of here in a sec. As the rain's coming in and we're getting towards the end. Reminder, those of you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, make sure you're following and subscribe to the channel you're watching this on, but especially go follow the Misfits Outdoor channel for all of this kind of stuff, or that's all we do on there. And then be on the lookout for when we go live next. Those of you that are watching on TikTok, make sure you're following. We'll be back on at some point this week, most likely. Don't know exactly, but we should be. And then those of you Twitch, all that, make sure you guys are on the lookout for when we go live on Friday for Kingdom on the Road. We're still in First Samuel. I don't remember exactly what chapter we're on because I don't remember where we left off on Friday. So make sure you are subscribed and following for all of that good stuff. And we're hopefully going to get one more fish here before we close out. At least one more bite. I don't know why suddenly they're getting picky right here. Normally this is like as soon as it hits the water, we get a bite situation. Cast it this way. Yeah, we're about to hit the Rangers boat. We don't want to do that. So we're just gonna let the wind blow us a little bit. We're almost back to shore. And then we're gonna quickly get packed up and out of here. We are about to hit that boat again. I don't know why. That seems to be the only thing we can hit at the moment. Ooh, we got some on, I think. We might have fish on. Nope, nothing. All right, one more cast as we head back.
How's it going?
How's it going? You get anything?
I had a hole for probably every bit 4 pound large. It surprised me. I was trying to get used to the water.
Yeah. So I had about probably a 3-pound catfish back there.
I caught a 28-inch channel at the start of the month.
Nice. Another kayaker. All right, guys, I am reeling in. Put our reel on in. We're gonna go to the beach and then go grab the truck and get out of here. So again, make sure you're following, subscribing to everything. Those of you that are able, especially, go check us out on Facebook. It's at Misfits Outdoors. And then also on our YouTube, it is at Misfits Outdoors as well, because we're trying to build those ones up. So go check out all those. Give us the follows, give us the subscribes. We'll see you all. Do what? Yeah, I've got I'm on TikTok here and then YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook on the other one. Guys, we'll see you later.